honeys. How are you doing? Hope everybody's doing okay. I was thinking about maybe doing like a little video diary or something and just posting my experiences while this whole crazy stuff is going on. Just wondering how you guys are handling all of it. So I'm trying to self-quarantine, but it's kind of weird because this lady at Walgreens yesterday asked me to come back today. She said my medication was ready, but she wanted some time to look into if she could make it cheaper for me. So I said, sure. And I just went back to Walgreens and they're like, it's not ready yet. Okay, well, when will it be ready? In 20 minutes. And it's like fascinating. Now this blood pressure medication, it's kind of like birth control. It like already comes the way it is, and they just slap a sticker on it. Like they don't have to count it. So I'm not sure why he couldn't just print out the label and give it to me, but I'm trying to be patient and nice to people, especially like a guy working at Walgreens. Like he's probably getting yelled at all day long. I mean, he already does, I'm sure. And now people are kind of losing their minds a little bit, so it's probably even worse. So I don't want, him to have to deal with that. So I didn't say what I was thinking. I just smiled and I said, okay, when would you like me to come back? And he said 20 minutes. And I said, all right. So I'm going to go get some Del Taco because President Trump just addressed the nation, and he said that now he wants everybody to stay at home. Like, I don't remember him saying that before. I mean, other people have been saying it, but he hadn't said it. So now he wants people to stay home. They were saying on the news it probably won't be long before they make it mandatory. Right? And so I thought, well, I better go ahead and get my Del Taco. That's an addiction of mine. Well, I still can, because if they start shutting down, like they might be shutting down all kinds of stuff, and they might make staying at home mandatory. So I think I might as well spoil myself a little bit while I can. Brad's out of town again, so that's really wonderful, and I'm just trying to remind myself that I need to be happy that he has a job that he still has and that he's still getting paid and we can still survive through all this. But it sucks because I don't want to be alone right now. I find it very scary. I'm constantly having whatever weapon of my choice by my side every time I enter any room because I don't feel safe. I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's just the last few times I left the house, people have this like look in their eye, like this crazed look. And it's like you can tell just one little thing and people will snap. That's how it feels. For me, so far, being self-quarantined is really not an issue. I'm an introvert. Like if Brad is out of town for 3 or 4 days, I think nothing of staying at home for 3 or 4 days. Or if I do go out, it's just things I have to do, like going to the doctor or what have you. So to me, it's not too big of a deal so far. But I've never stayed home for, the president was saying that they're thinking at least 15 days. Okay, I've never done that before. Like that's a whole other thing. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. But, and if you're wondering why I'm self-quarantining, aside from not wanting to get anyone else sick, I have lung damage. I had, over 20 years ago, I went into anaphylactic shock, which is an allergic reaction where your lungs start shutting down. So we have these grape-like sacs in our lungs called pleura, and mine had deflated. When they deflate, they're not supposed to ever deflate. When they deflate, you get damage to your lungs. To make it easier, the doctors just they call it asthma, but it's really not asthma. It's just lung damage. And I don't know, it was over 20 years ago now. I don't know if my lung damage has gotten better or not. I don't know, if I've healed more since then. I've been told that it's like a permanent thing, but I don't know how bad it like stays or not. So I'm a little bit scared. And then having a spouse who is flying all the time in and out of Los Angeles, which seems to be one of the hot spots, that's scary for me. I could get coronavirus and it could further damage my lungs. And I don't want to be scared, but how do you not get scared in these situations? Then I think of all the people that have compromised immune systems or diabetes or have had cancer that I know and love, and I'm just, or all the elderly people that I love, and it's very scary. I know a lot of people say, well, this is just like everything else that happens every year. Yeah, I don't know. Something's different about this. I have never in my life, I'm 42, I'm almost 43, never in my life have I ever seen any country, especially ours, completely shut down like this. This is not normal. It didn't even happen after September 11th. And I know people like to mention other illnesses that have gone around. No, we've never shut down like this. Never. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, you can't compare it to anything that's ever happened before because nothing like this has ever happened. So that's where I'm at. That's how I'm feeling. So the plan was to not leave at all. However, I had to get my medicine, which so then I figured to kill time, I'll go to Del Taco. Be prepared though, if you do leave, people are driving like maniacs. And I'm not sure why, but I think I mentioned it in my Vegas video. People really are. They're acting like the apocalypse is in an hour and they're trying to get home to their family just to say goodbye, But it's been going on for days now. So there does come a point where it's like, can y'all just calm down a little bit, please? Please, just calm down. I might as well go all out and just get whatever I want, huh? Because I don't know when I'm coming back. Such a weird feeling. I wanted to have a little talk with you guys. I'm just noticing, like, I've always thought that most people are really nice, caring people. And it's just occurring to me how selfish so many people are. Like, how many people are selfish? How many people are absolute crap? I had no idea. But I am not understanding why people are so quick to just put themselves first all the time and their wants and needs first all the time. I don't understand why people that don't have to are going out, and like I just saw a video at Clearwater Beach and it's like full of people. What are you doing? you know? I had one of the people I talked to at work was telling me that his son is just going to the bar anyway, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's full in there. They full of people, everybody getting drunk and having a great time, and people just we got some hand sanitizer at the door, but." And I'm just thinking, do you have any idea how many people could get infected by stuff like that? Like, even if you don't feel it or you don't get it, that doesn't mean you're not spreading it. I don't know. Am I overreacting? But then it's like, I saw this post that just broke my heart earlier today. This woman has like a diabetic mother who can't leave the house because she's got a compromised immune system and diabetes. And she was looking for a certain kind of Gatorade for her. Couldn't find it anywhere because people are hoarding everything. Somebody else was on, I think, Twitter, and they were crying because they can't find diapers anywhere because people are hoarding them. And they've got a baby who is going to the bathroom, so they're not really sure what to do. I am seeing so much of this, and I'm just not understanding if people couldn't think of getting extras ahead of time, just a little bit here and a little bit there. Why do they have to do it now? Especially when the news keeps talking about how much it's hurting people who really need it. I think one thing that people don't think about too. Okay, I went on this last Friday and got 2 weeks worth of groceries. And some people might have thought, well, why didn't you go earlier? You had plenty of time to go. You knew that you were going to have to get ready in case a quarantine was coming. 100%, I agree with you. The reason is I live paycheck to paycheck and I was waiting for my payday. And I think there's a lot of us out there that do. I'm not really quite understanding how people that don't live paycheck to paycheck and have plenty need so much more. Like if you and that's the other thing. I don't even have the ability to hoard. I live in an apartment. I have nowhere to store things like that. A bunch of extra stuff, but even if I did, I just think it's kind of important to get these things slowly over time and to think about other people and that people might need them. And then it's like I go online and I'm seeing, of course I'm going online. I'm like living on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook because it's like my life. I go on there and I'm seeing all these people like in these political arguments. People are getting really racist with each other. What's going on? Pipe it down, please. Stop it. Stop. Stop it. Like that's one thing that just gets me like nothing else. I get so enraged about racism. I don't understand it. I don't. It really upsets me. I'm getting tears in my eyes thinking about it, but it does. It really upsets me. It's like I don't understand how anyone can judge anyone else by the shade of their skin. No one has control over that. We're all born with the skin we have. I don't get that. I also don't understand judging people for their age. That is getting really old too. It really is. We can't pick when we were born either. And we all age at the same rate of time as everyone else. And just because you're older or you're younger, it doesn't make you better than me. Thank you. It doesn't. And, and if somebody has a different color of skin than I do, they're not better than me and they're not worse than me. We're all equal. We live in America. This is the land of equality. What is going on? We're acting like we don't. And during a time like this is when you sit down and say, you know what? The good Bible says that I am supposed to love my neighbors. And even if you don't believe in the Bible, even if you're not a Christian or you're not religious, fine. But come on, love your neighbors. Please, I don't think that's asking a lot. These are the times when we all have to come together and pull through this together, not alone, as a community. I don't really know my neighbor, and I don't know that I really care for her. She seems kind of rude and selfish, right? Some of her stuff that she does, and never being considerate of other people, and maybe we would like a little bit of quiet in our lives or something like that. But if she were to knock on my door right now and ask for a roll of toilet paper, just as an example, I would give her toilet paper, right? She's my neighbor. I'm going to try to help her. I'm going to reach out and be a human being with a heart. So I just think it's important to try to minimize the ego a little bit and think about how other people are feeling, think about what they might be going through. Try to be nice to other people, right? Right? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's just losing it. It scares me because the faith that I have in humanity, it's shrinking. I thought it was going to get bigger if something like this happened. Like I remember when September 11th happened. I know I keep going back to that, but my faith in other people skyrocketed. It was like, look at all of us helping each other and, you know, being a good community and loving each other. And this time it's like, what is going on? Whew, my gosh. Shame on everybody. I love you guys. All right, bye. Okay, so today is March 18th, which is Wednesday, 2020. And my gosh, things have sure changed a lot. um, it's funny because I had set this goal, and I mean, it's just a stupid thing. I had set a goal that on Friday, March 13th, I was going to start going to the gym again. I felt like I had really got to that point in my weight loss where I'm ready to start exercising, get in good shape, firm up a little bit. I mean, I'll never be firm because, you know, I'm a big girl, but at least a little bit. Thursday night, Wednesday night, something like that. It was announced that they were shutting down the gyms around here. So I am postponing that, obviously. I got up this morning, did a little bit of work. My work has been, I do work from home, so I'm very fortunate in that. My employment has not been hurt. Of course, I'm self employed, so I'm not going to fire myself. But the work to do is not really there right now. So that really sucks. Um, what else did I do? I went and got the mail. That's kind of important to do. Got to get your paycheck, right? I decided to go ahead and go through a drive-through and get some McDonald's. I don't know when I'll be able to do that again. And I really love, I don't even know what it's called, but they have this one breakfast thing that is just delightful. So I got that. Then I came home. I did a recording. What's it called? It was like a tag that I did. Another YouTuber that I follow wanted to spread some positivity and have other YouTubers do this tag where you just answer 10 questions and stuff. So I did that. Um, then I did some reading in this Emma book that I've been doing the reading out loud on here of. And so that'll probably be up before this is. If you even see this, I don't know. I just thought it might be kind of neat to do like a video journal of what's going on. I have a little bit of a cough and my nose is runny. I've been sneezing and my throat hurts. But from what I've been reading about different symptoms and everything, it sounds like I have allergies or a cold. It does not sound like I have the virus. So that's good news. Last night I tried to watch that movie Super 8 and it was too close to home. It kind of freaked me out a little bit, so I had to turn that off because I was trying to escape how things are feeling right now. I wasn't trying to dive further in and scare myself more. You know, I wanted to turn off the news and enjoy the rest of the evening, and that didn't do the trick. So then I thought I had this genius idea. I'm going to go ahead and watch Hereditary, which, as you know, Brad is not here, so it scared the crap out of me. But I did eat an entire box of these chocolate covered marshmallows. So that actually happened last night. Luckily, I only have one of their boxes, which I have not opened. I'm trying to be really good and not open it until next week. Let's see, what else? I had a really hard time falling asleep last night. I was feeling really scared. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just being really honest. Like I said, it's a video journal. Our governor announced last night, this is part of why I decided to watch a movie and escape it a little bit. Our governor announced last night that he's shutting down all non-essential businesses. So that's the casinos, that's the hotels, it's restaurants where they could be open if they deliver or you pick up, but you can't go in and sit down. Bars, liquor stores, hair salons, tattoo parlors, strip clubs, massage parlors, all of that is shut down as of midnight last night. So I don't know what happened with all the tourists who were. It was so. Maybe it wasn't funny, but it was ironic. There was this elderly man and his wife on the news talking about how they were here on vacation and it's just a flu and why is everybody overreacting and you know whatever, we're just going to keep vacationing and having fun and we don't believe that we're getting infected or infecting anyone. And I thought, I wonder what happened to that couple, because they can vacation but they can't do it here, so I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Of course, today I'm seeing videos of all these kids on spring break in Miami not giving a crap. So, to be young again, huh? So, what else did I do? I'm trying to think. I guess I haven't done much else today. It's only like 2 in the afternoon or something. I've been doing a couple business calls, talking to different clients and people that I work with, trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to rebuild when things do finally start picking back up again. So I'm not real sure how that is going to go, but it's good news that we're trying to get creative and figure out new ways of doing our businesses when things do turn around. So just to give you an update with Brad, so Brad was supposed to go to Mexico tomorrow. And we were really stressed out about it. He's in Los Angeles right now. And we were just so worried because it was like, what's going to happen with that? Like if they shut the border down or, I don't know. It's just not really, the thought of my husband being in another country and having the borders closed is just not appealing to me. But they keep closing more and more of Los Angeles down. He's worried that they're going to do what they did in Nevada and California. And if they shut the hotels down, he's got to leave because what's he going to do? Sleep in his truck? I guess he could, but he's got a work truck. So, and then he has the kind of job that is technically considered critical infrastructure. Yeah, to be honest, as far as why I'm not feeling good, I think it's something with my sinuses. Because, like, I feel like I can't really breathe through my nose. My ears, like, kind of itch and hurt. My throat hurts, especially when I wake up in the morning. It sounds like a sinus thing, doesn't it? And it looks like my sinuses are kind of swollen. This is just not the time to get sick with anything. Because it's like, oh my gosh, am I dying? Am I going to be okay? Do I have to go to the hospital? I think I'm going to see one more time what's going on with the news and then maybe watch a movie or take a nap or something. Because I feel like every time I turn on the news, it's like another governor is coming on the news talking about how he's shutting his state down. Okay, come here. Oh, gotcha. So this is Zelda here up on the table. My little girl. You guys say hi? So today is March 20th, 2020, and it's Friday. We're not doing anything today or tonight. Or this weekend. Excuse me. Zelda here is excited that we're staying home. I feel like I'm the only one watching those kids down there. Okay. Slapping each other and throwing stuff at each other. Okay. Anyway. So last night, I've been trying to check the news regularly. I think I had mentioned that Brad was supposed to go to Mexico on for business, and that got changed. And so I've been trying to keep my eye on what's going on, with him being out of town. And I went on Twitter, and it said that the governor of California was going to talk, and I found out that he was basically shutting down California. So I called my husband and I told him. He contacted his boss. His boss called their customer, and their customer said, let's just cancel everything right now. So Brad checked out of his hotel room at, what time was it last night? Like 11?
No, 8.
At 8 o'clock at night. And so he got on the road, and he was trying to get out of California by midnight. He got out of there, I think it was 12:10 that he ended up
Something like that.
texting me that he passed the border. And do you want me to scoot over so you can sit and talk with me?
Nope.
Okay. So he got home at about 1:30 in the morning. We talked to Brad's boss, and he has agreed that if there's any emergencies where he needs to go on any business trips while this whole quarantine thing is going on, we've been given the green light for me to go with him. And so that'll be really nice because we don't have to be separated again. So I was able to sleep really well last night, and so were the cats. We're all a lot happier with Brad here at home with us. When scary stuff like that's going on, it's hard to be apart. It feels like there is this huge divide right now between the people who are in quarantine and the people who aren't. Um, and I guess it's easy if you're in an area where nobody's been diagnosed, to just kind of go about your daily life. But it does get pretty scary being in a city once multiple people are diagnosed and people start dying and everything. And so, yeah, we are staying at home. As you know, I've been home for days now. Hi. We're only planning on going out to get the mail and maybe go for a walk or something. And I was actually thinking if we need groceries in the next few days. I feel like we have enough, but what we don't have is what we're all craving, which is snacks. We don't have any snacks. So I was thinking maybe I could just get that delivered. Maybe that would be a good option. Otherwise, I feel like there are some positive things that might come out of all of this. I feel like we can all start thinking about what is and isn't important. It's kind of a nice way to be forced into recalibrating one's life and what really matters, what doesn't, things that might need to be changed or tweaked, or figuring out things that maybe don't make you happy that you need to remove from your life. I think it's so important to look at life, figure out what does and doesn't work for you and what does and doesn't make you happy, and discard those things that don't work. And of course, there's a bunch of things that I feel like I've been taking for granted, and I'm sure you probably feel that way too. I really miss going to Outback and having dinner or lunch or something, and I miss just feeling like it's an option to go out and do things. Even if I don't really go out that often, knowing that I can is sure nice. I really, and what Brad and I are missing the most, especially him after his drive home, we miss our massages. We get these monthly massages, like for our pain that we have in our necks from car accidents. Usually after a road trip, we'll both go get a massage because his back is really bad after all the driving that he did. Our massage place is closed, and gosh, it seems like everything's closed right now. And it's creepy. I've been looking at footage of the strip, and it looks like a ghost town, which is really creepy to me. I don't know how to feel about that. It's just not normal to me. It's not. My whole life, Las Vegas has had thousands of people walking down the strip 24 hours a day. My whole life. I'm 42 years old. And all of a sudden, you look at live footage of the strip and there's no one on it. Literally no one. Not even, I didn't even see one person on the strip this morning. And then I'm looking at Times Square and I'm looking at places all around the country. That's one thing I love about YouTube. If you're ever bored, you can look at a live feed of pretty much any city around the world, but even some small towns, which is just so neat to be able to see, what's going on in Paris right now or whatever. It's pretty neat. So I just posted a clothing video yesterday of Stitch Fix, and I think at least while this is going on, if a box shows up that I've already ordered, I might go ahead and film it for you just to have something fun to look at and not think about all the drama going on. But I don't really feel comfortable trying to sell stuff or trying to sign up here, here's my link. I'm not going to do any of that right now. I just don't feel right about it. I don't feel right telling people, yeah, go ahead and buy all this stuff right now when we're all have no idea. None of us have any idea what our financial futures look like. I was thinking if I get any more boxes in the mail, I might not even mention the price or, just kind of just show how the clothes look and ask you what you think of them. But it just feels weird. I've watched a couple of videos now where people are talking about makeup that's coming out or that came out and what they think of it. And I just kind of feel like, why are you showing me this? I don't want to, I'm not buying makeup right now. Right? I watched a really weird movie last night. It was called American Honey. It's got Shia LaBeouf in it, and it's just weird. I don't know how else to explain it. It was really good, but it was really weird, and the ending was very open and left for the viewer to interpret what they thought it meant, and it was pretty neat actually. I liked what I interpreted it to mean, but it was a very slow movie, and it was 2 hours and 22 minutes long, so it was very long. So if you like movies that move quick, don't watch that one. But it's on Netflix if you like really weird movies that are slow, or if you like Shia LaBeouf. Just saying. In other news, Brad was standing outside on the balcony and saw one of our neighbors wearing leather Crocs. So apparently those actually exist now. You're welcome. Or should we thank Brad? Yeah. Thanks, Brad.
What?
For telling me about the leather Crocs I just told our YouTube friends.
Sure, their lives have changed.
I'm sure their lives are changed in a very dramatic and nauseating way. So I think tonight we're just going to not do anything. I think we're probably both just gonna maybe he'll play Xbox and I'll binge watch something on Netflix, or maybe we'll watch something together, but I don't think we're gonna do a whole lot. I haven't even been reading lately. I usually am a big reader, but I just can't pay attention when I'm reading. It's like my mind is not able to digest what I'm reading right now. And I hate that when my brain shuts down like that, but here we are. I'm in panic mode. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just am ready for the rebuilding to start. And I think it'd be good for our community as a whole of America and the world to rebuild together. So that there is that. But going through this is certainly not fun. I don't think I'll be remembering these times fondly, but I'm going to sign off. If anything else interesting happens today, I will come back and talk to you more. But if nothing else happens today, this is where I'm going to end this vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing the drama that I've gone through in the last week. Take care, stay safe, stay home, please. Wash your hands. Practice social distancing. Floss your teeth. Okay? All right, thanks. Bye.